Hello everybody and welcome to Moving Head Tech. I'm going to try to do this in one take. People have been asking me what's the difference between a beam, a spot, and a wash. For instance, the InnoPocket series has moving heads in beams, spots, and washes. What's the difference? What's best for us? Well, let's talk about that in this video. Let's define beam, spot, and wash, starting with beam. Now, a beam is a very narrow beam of light. Think a laser. You could take a laser pointer and shoot it from across the room, and at the other end of the room, you'd still just see a little red dot. That's because it has a very tight beam angle. Same concept. It has very sharp edges on the image it projects too. And when you're talking about beams, you're typically talking about solid colors. You're talking about reds, greens, blues, whites, magentas, whatever. Now, as you can see in the video, the beam looks fantastic with some atmosphere. In this case, we're using some fog. But if you don't plan on ever using fog, this may not be the fixture for you, because this is more of what we call an aerial effect. This effect looks great going through the air, but the projected effect on the wall doesn't really do much for you. Now let's talk about spots. They're different than beams because they have a much wider beam angle. That means the further away the light goes from the fixture itself, the bigger it gets. Now when it finally hits the wall or the stage or whatever, it's quite round with sharp edges, a lot like a beam. Now a spot in the moving head arena of things, typically you can do colors and you can also do gobos. Now spot fixtures look great with or without fog because technically they're a projection effect. They project gobos on the walls, but they're also an aerial effect, so you can definitely see them through haze or fog and they look really cool, but you're not limited. You can use them with or without, and I think they work great. Now on to the wash fixtures. This is a completely different animal. I think they're really cool and great for the mobile DJ. The wash doesn't particularly have a sharp beam angle, but it's very wide. In fact, they call it a wash because it just blows light all over the place. It doesn't really particularly have a cool effect through fog. Sometimes it does, but most of the time you can definitely use a wash fixture without fog and it looks incredible. You get a little bit of movement with shadows, but pretty much you're blowing the whole room up with color. So there's a real quick, easy explanation on beams, spots, and washes, and I hope it helps some of you who are asking that question. So if you have any more questions, please let me know down in the comment section. Again, this is just kind of a general overview, not a huge tutorial on this, just to give you an idea of what we're talking about with beams, spots, and washes. Thanks for watching. In fact, I think I'm going to make a Moving Head Tech playlist on my YouTube channel, so check that out for other Moving Head Tech videos. Practice and enjoy.